Warning, the stories you're about to hear are detailed accounts of shenanigans, pranks, and some mistakes that are meant to replicate the sort of discussions that veterans have when they reunite over a cold beverage and do not depict the professional daily actions of the military at large. We hope to make you laugh, but not to disrespect our proud men and women in uniform. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Cammo Comedy, where we take a humorous look at the lighter side of military service. We got a big show for you today, but before we jump into it, if you like what we're doing here, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, whatever they call it on your podcasting platform. And while you're at it, give us a 5-star rating, write us a review, as that makes us more relevant in the algorithm and boosts the overall visibility of the show. But word-of-mouth advertising is just so powerful, so if you tell some friends, I will love you forever. Okay, let's jump into the show. I am your host, Aaron Wolf. Just as a friendly reminder to the audience, we put out a new show every single Monday. So make sure you give the notification bell a nice tap so you don't miss a show. Give it a nice tap. Also, we are doing laughter therapy here on the show. We got a lot of military members who struggle with everyday life after service, so we're just sharing a laugh and remembering the good times. Hey, before we jump into today's show, I just want to take a quick second to tell the audience about our fundraiser. Yeah, so you'll notice the show is ad-free, and that's by design. To keep the flow of the show going, and that way we can also keep outside influences out. Absolutely. So if you like the ad-free experience up until this point, consider making a contribution to our fundraiser. What are you going to do with their money, Aaron? Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Cheeks, because one of the main ways that we like to collect funny stories for the show is through a give-back program to veterans, where we host event nights, and everything's on us, right? So you got food, beverage, venue, travel, all that stuff is on us. So what about a website? I've been getting a lot of mail from fans that want some Cheeks gear. Absolutely. Well, that's one of our other short-term goals, is we want to find fun and unique ways to interact with the audience. So a website, a merch store, all those things take resources. So those are definitely goals of this fundraiser as well. And we'll drop a link to the fundraiser in the description of the show, so just check that out if you want to make a contribution, but we thank you for your support and listenership. All right, let's jump back into the show. Joining me today... I love that he's got his phone out, too. Joining me today is the man who defends his home with shotgun diarrhea. Special guest, Murph. Murph, thanks for being on the show today.
Oh, geez. Thanks a lot. It's really a pleasure for me to be here.
Hell yeah.
Ever since you started dropping these and I've been listening, I always wondered where you did your programming at, because I have some background in recording and that sort of thing. And I'm amazed at your studio here.
Yeah,
as I walk into this place. I mean, it puts me in mind of the Hee-Haw broadcast area. I feel like I should be hawking cars and asking people to call BR549, you know? I mean, this is just such an experience.
That's incredible.
Oh, man.
That's incredible. We should be hawking cars.
We should be.
Can't beat our prices. We should sell steaks, too, and you can say you can't beat our meat.
Ooh, that'll be a good one, yeah.
Right?
Are you going to introduce me or my chopped liver?
You're not on the show until I introduce you.
You're right.
Also joining us today is the Queef Queen himself, call sign Cheeks. Cheeks, thanks for being on the show.
So we're fucking bringing that back? That's what we're doing?
Queef Queen, not the sizzling human queef.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
People are going to have to update their contacts with me now.
Disagree.
Spread cheeks and not hate, folks.
All right, you guys ready for my first story?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this story's going back to the 1980s. However, we did a poll of multiple decades of service members, and apparently that this is a pretty timeless story. So, as you can well imagine, in basic training, a very precious commodity is sleep. On purpose, they will keep people sleep deprived, see how they act under stress, problem solving under stress, all of those kinds of things, right? There's not many times that you're not getting fucked with, yelled at, all these kinds of things. Maybe on Sundays you can actually get a break and go to church, but you're either going to be on a detail or you're going to be sitting reading your manual, like all of your required reading and all that kind of stuff for basic training. So what I'm saying is there's not a lot of opportunities to take naps. However, there is a life hack.
There's no napping?
There's no napping in basic training. No. And, you're getting maybe 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys figured out that they could do a life hack in basic training by sleeping under their bunk while pretending to be really tightening down their sheets and their blankets and everything to get that, really tight. What do I want to say?
Bounce a quarter off.
Yeah, exactly. You want to you got to have a tight bed that's made. You want to be able to bounce a quarter off of those sheets.
100%. I used to do that at basic training.
What, you slept under your bunk?
100%.
All right, go. Say more about that.
Oh God! So we would have basically one up, one down at basic training, because once you get into the training a little more, like there's only one drill sergeant there on the weekends,
right?
So you can kind of sneak around a little bit more, you know what I mean? So one dude would lay under the bunk and you'd stick your fingers into the wire rack underneath, just underneath the mattress, and you just sit there, you'd be snoozing, right? And the other guy's sitting next to you and they're reading some kind of TM, some manual or something like that, and if the drill sergeant walks by, you get kicked so you know to move your feet. The drill sergeant doesn't think you're sleeping. But we used to also lock dudes in the wall locker.
Oh, really?
We would lock dudes in the wall locker, because you'd always have to have your lock locked no matter what. And if it was unlocked at any point in time, they'd toss your shit into the kill zone, right?
Oh, yikes.
Well, we would lock people in there, and one dude would lean on the wall locker, and they'd get like 20, 30-minute nap, and then you would rotate. The drill sergeants obviously knew we were doing this.
Right.
Like, they're not stupid. They've been doing this long enough, but...
Why do pulling sheets come with the noises of...
I think that the drill sergeants were just letting us do it because we were working as a team.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, they're doing one up, one down on guard duty. We'll leave them be. They're doing the right thing.
Right. So nobody ever really got busted for this.
No.
We pulled the audience. So life hack, if you're getting ready to go to basic training, this might be a way you can score a little nap.
I'm pretty sure they coordinate nap time nowadays.
Probably.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I got the next story here. We've got two characters. One's going to be Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
Because Nighthawk's a sweet-ass name for like an Army Ranger, right?
Yeah.
And then the other guy is going to be Tarzan.
Oh, wow. Tarzan.
Yeah. Well, Tarzan is a Delta Force operator.
Oh, no shit.
So like top tier, bad dude. They're the people they send in like Black Hawk Down style. Like they send in the Delta guys to go save everybody's ass, right?
Right.
Well, Tarzan has this beautiful flowing hair. And he's just a ripped dude, right? And he is his biggest fan. He loves him.
As a lot of those top operators
You have to
are.
be. If you're going to be that bad, like you have to love yourself, right?
Right. When you're operating at the top of the top of the top,
Yeah.
kind of have to be like, yeah, man, I got it.
So Nighthawk is a ranger, and one of his Joes is related to Tarzan.
Okay.
So anytime Tarzan was operating in an area and he knew that his relative was in the area, he's like, hey, there's no rules for me.
Right.
I'll go say hi. So he would go.
No rules for the
Oh, none. So he would go like meet up with them wherever they're at, and he would stay in their hooch and
No shit.
yeah, and he would make himself.
Now, was he invited, or is he just
no.
hey, I'm staying here now?
No, this is
and
who
you
he
guys
is.
can deal with this.
Yeah, he's like the local celebrity.
I like that.
He's like, I know what I am. You guys love me. So he goes in there.
Good luck kicking me out.
Yeah, right.
You all want to be me.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
And that's something to say, because these are like legit Army Ranger operators, and then somebody comes in who's more bad than they are.
Like,
Yeah.
Dang it. So one day, Nighthawk walks into the hooch, and he sees Tarzan walking around in the tightest,
Get the fuck
whitest,
out of
tighty whities ever. Beautiful flowing hair as he's walking around, ripped up, super strong. And Nighthawk immediately is like, I have 15 things that I'm going to roast you with right now.
Oh, yes.
Immediately takes a step back and goes, nah.
Oh, so he self-censors.
He self-censors. He looks at this guy, and he knows how much of a badass he is. Like, you know the guy from Black Hawk Down who, like, pulls his finger, he's like, this is my safety.
Yeah, he's just showing his trigger finger.
Well, Tarzan used to flip people off and be like, this is my safety, right?
That's fucking hilarious.
Right, so he's a bad motherfucker. So Nighthawk, also bad motherfucker, recognizes where he's at on the totem pole, and he's like, you could kill me with that MRE spoon, so I'm going to let this one slide.
We cannot understate enough how much of an impact is it when somebody self-censors a roast?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about not that long ago, somebody got hit in the throat during playing football and they they injured their vocal cords and everybody roasted you about that.
Yeah.
Right. So my point being is you get roasted for literally anything in the military, especially if you're going to walk around in some tight-ass tighty-whities.
Yes.
And he's just like, no thanks.
You can have this one.
I'll just let you be.
Yeah.
That's
man.
hilarious. I love that story.
Murph, I think you've got the next story, right?
Oh, all right. Well, this goes back to basic training.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So that was like back before Lincoln's assassination.
Almost. I'm not quite that old, but almost.
Okay.
So no, this would be about 1969.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so last century.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, but go into basic training. First thing you do is you get your hair cut. You get chewed out a lot. No matter what you do, it's wrong. And
That part hasn't really changed that
all
much.
that stuff's going on.
Right.
Also, part of this is you hurry up and wait.
Right.
You're going everywhere, taking tests that you never know what's going to happen. And at some point, they ask for volunteers
Oh, God.
to drive truck.
Which
Now-
is, nobody wants to volunteer
No.
for anything in basic training.
Well, in addition to that, my dad had been in the service.
Okay.
And he warned me, if they ask for volunteers to drive truck, don't volunteer because you'll wind up pushing a wheelbarrow.
Generational wisdom right there.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So immediately they ask for volunteers to drive a truck, and I'm thinking that's pushing
Right.
a wheelbarrow.
Sure.
But all this hurry up and wait is driving me nuts. I can't sit still.
Okay.
And I think, shit, I'd rather push a wheelbarrow than sit around waiting around all friggin' day.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some wisdom to that. Like, I'd rather be busy than just sitting here.
Yeah.
Kill the time.
So I go ahead and raise my hand.
Oh, no.
And they pull all of us around off that know how to drive a truck. Of course, they don't define what a truck is.
Okay.
They load us up into another truck, and away we go. They unload us all. They take our names, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And they put us in a 2.5-ton commercial box truck.
Okay. Nice.
Only
Was it
this-
enclosed?
Well, it had canvas over it, but
Okay.
basically it was a box truck. It's a troop hauler, is what it is.
Right.
You're in a canvas U-Haul.
Yes, pretty much. So one by one, we get into this thing, and we drive a course. They ask us questions as we're driving, and we got to back up. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to know how to stop.
Brakes are here.
Yes. So get all done. Guy scores us. One by one, they send us in. Go in and tell the clerk that you passed. Here's your sheet. So go in. Again, hurry up and wait. Standing in line.
Yeah.
Waiting and waiting and waiting. I see the guy in front of me. He goes. They say, "What can you drive?" He says, that truck out there.
Nah.
2.5-ton commercial. Okay. They hand him something, and away he goes. I come up. They say, "What can you drive?" I'm bored to tears at this point.
Oh, no.
I decide this clown is asking me a direct question. I am going to give him the complete answer.
Yes.
What can you drive?
Oh, God.
Well, I can drive a motorcycle. I can drive a car. I can drive a pickup truck. I can drive a Jeep. I can drive a 2.5-ton truck. I can drive a 5-ton truck. I can drive a semi.
So you're being a
mouthing
total smartass.
Absolutely.
I'm picturing the clerk after everything you say.
Oh, no. The whole time he's typing away. I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. This is about my first week in the military.
Right.
I have no clue.
Right.
Other than I'm expecting when I get done that I'm going to be down giving them 20.
Yeah.
You know, so,
Oh, yeah. It's pretty standard.
This is just some PFC clerk.
Yeah.
He ain't doing that kind of shit.
Right.
He hands me some paper stuff. Says, go see so-and-so.
All right.
Down the line, I go on. I get processed out of that. So the rest of the time during basic and AIT, I get to drive the troop carriers.
Okay.
So
That's better than
instead-
walking.
Oh, hell yes. I did a lot of not running because of that.
Yeah.
Got out a lot of stuff because, I got to go get the truck
Yeah.
to haul the troops. So I didn't have to run in the morning a lot of times.
Yeah.
I had to go get the truck. So I got a lot of shit.
Right.
Well, get all done with a lot of training. Go into the next phase of training. And during this last phase of training, I got injured. So they stuck me in a casual company.
Right.
I'm awaiting orders. So as I'm checking into this casual company, now this is months later from basic. I walk in and I'm checking in with the first sergeant. And he says, give me all your records. I hand him my records. He says, your records say here that you have a driver's license. I said, yes, First Sergeant. He says, give it to me. So I dig it out and hand him my military driver's license.
Yeah. Right.
He's looking at it. He flips it over to the back where all the qualifications are.
Right.
He looks at that and he says, you can drive a sedan. He looks up at me, and I said, yes, First Sergeant. Of course, I'm standing at attention.
Right.
He says, no, you can drive a sedan. Yes, First Sergeant. No, you can drive a sedan. I said, yes, First Sergeant.
You got to be thinking, like, why is this so impressive?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, and so he says, wait here. Like, I'm going to go someplace? Yeah. I'm a slick sleeve.
Right.
I got, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Right. And he leaves.
Right.
Now, I've got some idea of rank by now.
Right.
The first sergeant comes out with this dude that's got so many stripes on his sleeve, I can't count them, plus shit in the middle. Yeah. That ain't a diamond. I don't know what the hell it is.
Right.
You know, so and the dude with all the stripes has a driver's license, or my driver's license, in his hand, and he walks up to me and he says, you can drive a sedan. And before I can say anything, the first sergeant says, yes, he can, Sergeant Major. So now I know what the hell this guy is.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, Sergeant Major. He says, no, really, you can drive a sedan. I said, yes, Sergeant Major.
Yeah.
You can drive a sedan.
Meanwhile, Murph is like, what have I done?
Well, I'm still, oh my God, I'm going to be in trouble. They finally caught up with me being a smartass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm in deep weeds.
Yeah.
So the Sergeant Major, he says, wow, come with me.
I don't want to come with you.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. I'm in deep shit now. And we walk down a hall. This door opens. Now, this is double doors, but
shit.
there's only one door open. Yeah. We walk in, and there's this huge office. There are flags everywhere.
Oh, no.
There's all this kind of neat stuff here, there, and everywhere. We walk in, and Sergeant Major locks heels at the front of the desk.
Oh, shit.
So I lock heels a step back to his side, and I look down at there's a nameplate on the desk. I mean, it's a huge desk. It takes up a half acre of space.
Oh, God.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it says Colonel such and such.
Right.
Brigade Commander.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going, oh, my Lord.
I should have listened to Dad.
No shit. Yeah. So I'm standing there at attention, and he says, Colonel, we've got this recruit has a driver's license for a sedan. The colonel takes the driver's license, looks at it, looks up at me, and says, you could drive a sedan. I said, yes, sir.
So you can't tell them that you were being a smartass. Yeah. And they just they dictated you being a smartass on your driver's license.
So I'm thinking, why is this a big deal? Why is everybody? So he proceeds then to ask me a couple of questions. So I say, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever. He hands the driver's license back to the Sergeant Major and says, he'll do.
Uh-oh.
And Sergeant Major does an about face, so I do, and follow him out of the office.
Yeah.
We get out in the hallway. Sergeant Major closes the door, hands me back my driver's license, and he says, "Okay, we'll set up quarters for you and everything."
Oh,
and
shit.
I said, what does that mean, Sergeant Major? I don't understand. He says, well, unless you have any objections, your new driver and aide for the bird colonel, brigade commander. I went, oh, okay.
I can do that.
I can drive a sedan.
Yes. Well, come to find out, everybody else, when they were asked that question, they said, I can drive the 2.5-ton commercial truck.
Gotcha.
Well, I was the only one that was smarted off.
Smart ass enough.
Well, yeah.
So being a smart ass paid off.
Oh, my
time.
God, yes, because I spent 8 months there being an aide to a bird colonel, the brigade commander.
Yeah.
Got promotion out of it.
Oh, man.
And,
That's amazing.
And actually, when I went overseas, I think I got better duty because of it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But
especially if you're one of, I mean, obviously they were treating you like they saw a dodo bird or something like that. This is rare.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, he can drive a sedan. That's so impressive. So pays to shoot your mouth off sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
That's a great story, man. Thanks for sharing.
You can drive a sedan. I can drive a sedan.
Well, I can drive.
Yeah.
A moped. I can drive a car.
Golly, that's funny.
Drive anything that has a steering wheel, a brake.
Well, it just tells you about the military bureaucracy that comes with the paperwork. If you don't say it, it's not real.
Right.
That's right.
You're the only person
you
in the
only got
United
trained-
States Army that could drive a sedan at that point in time.
Yeah, on that base,
Yeah.
yes.
See, that's the funny part about it, too. The full bird colonel needed somebody to be able to drive a sedan. However, they had a hard time getting somebody through sedan training. You know, like you think they'd be like, hey, I need a driver. We need somebody to go through this training so they can drive me.
Yeah.
And you think some E6 somewhere would be like, me?
Yeah.
Like, I went easy duty. Whatever.
Fucking Private Murph over here being a smart ass.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know.
I dig it.
Excellent. So I got the next story. This story is going back to the 1960s, right? And it takes place on a tank firing range, right? So the way that this worked back then is they would all stay in hooches. Everybody in the hooches got these nice heaters, right?
Yeah.
When they would, it sounded like it was a multi-day affair, right? They'd go out, they'd do some target practice with tanks and all that kind of stuff like that. And you have to be in a big open area for this stuff to take place. So the instructors made sure to tell everybody when they came in, hey, make sure that you guys turn off your heaters in the hooches because they are very good. And, they had a nice smokestack that went up the center of the hooch. There's just a small shack, small tent, something like that.
Yeah, there's no reason to heat the tent if nobody's in it.
Well, yeah. And so they're like, you know what? Roger that. No problem, Sergeant. So they would go out and do a whole day of training. These guys came back to a burnt down tent.
Oh, fuck. And that's why we have fire guard.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's why decades later, they would always make sure that somebody would hang back and make sure that nothing would catch fire, even if they didn't really have a heavy fire load.
Oh, that was like a basic training. I'm sure you, Murph, you had fire guard.
Oh, we did. And we were in the old wooden barracks, 2 stories. Everybody was in bunk beds.
Yeah.
It was World War I temporary barracks is
No
what we
kidding.
were in.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we had a fire guard, even though that we had central heat.
Yeah.
We still had a fire guard that had all night long. Somebody was patrolling both floors, up and down, and also verifying that there was nobody goofing off in the latrines for whatever reason. I don't know, but
We had fire guard too when I went through, and obviously there's no. I mean, it was in the 2000s, so we definitely had central air. We didn't have a wood-burning stove we had to watch. But there was one time some guy was woken up for fire guard, and this dude was a lunatic. Everybody's got the Looney Tune that's at basic training with them. Well, the Looney Tune wakes up other dude, and he's like, hey, you need to do fire guard. Well, dude laying down is like, nah, you're a dirtbag. You can do my shift. Well, Looney Tune loses his mind and goes, nah, takes his elbow flashlight, wham, breaks it across the dude's head, split him open. The MPs came. The dude had to get a bunch of staples. Everybody slept through it.
Oh, wow.
We were so sleep deprived. Nobody woke up.
Yeah.
MPs came, kicked the lights on, drug him out in handcuffs. Everyone slept through it.
oh yeah. I can believe that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Cammo Comedy Show podcast. We got a fundraiser going on right now, so if you like what we're doing here and want to keep us rolling, consider making a contribution. We'll put a link in the description. Also, we had some fun animations made up for this fundraiser, so we'll put links for those in the description as well if you want to just check those out. Also, don't forget to tell a friend about us if you love what we're doing here. Word of mouth advertising is very powerful, and we really appreciate you for helping us out. If you've got any funny military stories of your own or know somebody who does, drop us a voicemail at area code 531-222-6146. Also, we've got an email open. That's stories@cammocomedy.com. That's stories, STORIES, at CAMMOCOMEDY.com. We have a lot more fun announcements coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to go microwave a croissant. Later.
We got ourselves a bonus hole. Yes. We got a bonus hole story here. We actually had a really nice write-in, and this story takes place more of a modern era, but it had to do with a military veteran after he's been out, right?
Okay.
So there was a bunch of kids that lived close to their grandfather who had served in one of the wars in the Air Force, right?
Okay.
And they would play in the cul-de-sac, and they would hang out, and some of the kids were over at Grandma and Grandpa's place a little bit earlier, and they caught their grandfather in his tighty-whities. He was just hanging out and whatever. And one of the kids saw there was a scar on his belly that they had never seen before, right? So one of the kids inquires, hey, Grandpa, what's going on with the scar on your belly? And Grandpa says, well, I got that in the war. And they're like, oh, wow. So like everybody's ears kind of perk up because they haven't really heard Grandpa open up about this stuff.
Yeah.
So, kids start gathering around and they want to hear the story. He's like, hey, what do you guys want to see, the exit wound?
Well, yeah.
And everybody's like, well, yeah. So right about that time, Grandpa like yanks down his pants and spins around, moons all the kids. There's my exit wound. That goes to show you that a lot of military folks, no matter the era, have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's great.
That was good.